Hey everybody. Hey everybody. This is Andrew Benjamin of MMAsucker.com. I am talking with Nathan Kelly, who will be making his PFL debut this Friday at the PFL Challenger Series, available live on fuboTV. He'll be taking on Zachary Hicks in the featherweight division. Nate, thank you so much for taking your time out to talk. I really appreciate it.
No, but thanks for having me on. I appreciate you giving me your time as well.
Oh, no problem, no problem. So, for people who might not be familiar with you, just tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, how'd you get into MMA, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so my name's Nathan Kelly. I'm from Dublin, Ireland. I got into MMA because I just had an interest in learning how to defend myself. I stumbled across the UFC 2009 PlayStation game, and I saw all the training that was involved in it and behind the scenes in the creative fighter mode. And then I stumbled across also in the game the Forrest Griffin Stephen Bonner Ultimate Fighter finale fight, and I watched that fight and just fell in love with the sport instantly. And I literally made a mission to join the Nearest Club to me almost instantly, and I joined, and since day one, my first day in the mat, 14 years old, I said to myself, I want to do this for the rest of my life, and I want to be a champion. And here I am, 14 years later, still chasing that dream.
So I gotta ask, I know I was looking at your record. Interesting enough, when you first started, your first two fights were losses. And I'm always interested to hear from fighters who start off with losses because a lot of fighters don't continue after they lose one, let alone two fights. So I want to know, like, how did you not let those two losses set you back? And you were still, like you said, you were still determined to do this as a career.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean? I actually fought a bantamweight initially. I used to have a big weight drop, so it just didn't really suit me. It was very hard. The training camps were all about making weight, and it was not about skill, not about fighting. It was just about making weight. It wasn't easy. And losing them two fights, you know what I mean? I did feel a setback from it. Definitely, I felt like a big setback. I felt like I had a really good amateur career, 10 wins, 3 losses. My 3 losses were decisions against really, really tough guys, you know what I mean? And yeah, I just, I felt very taken back by the losses, kind of spiraled a bit with my mental health and stuff like that. But it's deep down in me, I knew this is what I was meant to do, to just ride it out. I ended up moving up to featherweight then, and I saw it as a new, fresh start. I saw it as a new way to implement myself with better training, be in better physical condition. And yeah, just I saw it as a fresh start, man. So I put all that behind me, and I just went in with this new fresh start. I'm 6-2, but in my head I'm 6-0 since I moved up to featherweight. So I'm almost putting them losses behind me, and as far as I'm concerned, I'm 6-0. You know what I mean?
And also, it should be noted, you have all but one of your wins is a finish. And I think they're all in the first round, if I'm correct, right? Including one 9-second finish, right?
Yeah.
So what?
I
Yes, sir, go
have
ahead.
sorry, my sound's a bit messed up there. I have 6 wins, 5 4 round finishes. My decision, I could have actually finished the guy. I actually learned a lot from that fight. As my fight on Bellator in Dublin, I almost knocked the guy out, and then I went and clinched and wrestled with him and basically smothered my worker and I let him recover. So that fight was like a little wake up call to just not do any of that anymore and just try to put these motherfuckers out as quick as I can. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And with the fight coming up on Friday against Zachary Hicks, are you familiar with your opponent? Do you do any research on him? Do you leave that up to your coaches? Yeah, is there anything that you could tell us about what you think or what you know about your opponent?
Yeah, so I looked into him briefly. And I mean, I don't study, I don't spend too much time looking at him. You know what I mean? I might think some people might psych themselves out when they invest too much time into their opponents. But yeah, I looked into him. I see he's more grappling heavy. I don't think he's as confident in his striking as I'd be. I'm a jiu-jitsu black belt as well, so I'm very confident in my grappling. I just think I'm at this point in my career, I'm very well rounded, you know what I mean? And I just think he's going to be too one dimensional for me, you know what I mean? I don't think he mixes it up as well as I do. And I think that's going to be the defining factor on how the fight goes. I think he's just going to be looking for the takedown, looking to grapple. Like I said, I'm a high level grappler. So if he's willing to do that, I'm game, I'm down. But you know what I mean? I have heavy hands and I have serious power in my shots. So I'm going to look to go in and smack the head off him and make him shoot for the takedown, almost make him desperate. and that's when I'll capitalize. If I don't knock him out, he's going to end up shooting, and then I'll capitalize on him making a mistake, and that's the way I see the fight going. I see myself finishing him within 2 rounds.
So the other thing also that you got to take into account is, I mean, you have the judges who are going to be judging fights, but now you have judges who are going to also be judging if you're the one who gets the PFL contract. Do you think that your style is it's the type of style that would be more favored towards that, that heavy knockout style, that you have? Like I said, you have a first round knockout in 9 seconds. That may happen that may happen Friday. It may not, but do you think that your style would be much more friendly to that, to judges awarding you that contract?
Yeah, I like to think I do. Ever since, remember that fight I was talking about in Bellator, I made a vow to myself to never let myself go through another boring kind of 3-round fight. Not that it was boring, I absolutely dominated the lad, but I'm well capable to finish guys. So I just made the dedication to myself to never do that, to hunt for the finishes, be an exciting fighter. I be someone who people want to watch, be someone who people are sitting on the edge of their seats watching, you know what I mean? Because I can always bring that finish, and that's the type of fighter I am, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm 6 wins, 5 first-round finishes because I'm coming to hunt these guys. I'm not coming here to piss about. I'm coming in to hunt them and to put them away and to show that I'm a force to be reckoned with. So I think in that my style is very entertaining to watch, and I hope the judges will see that and see the little bit of bloodlust I have inside me, that I just want to get these fights done and put these lads away. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And so also it might be the first time that people that will be tuning on to fuboTV are seeing you for the first time. How would you like to describe yourself to somebody? If you're describing what type of fighter that you are to somebody who's never seen you, how would you best describe yourself?
I'm someone who goes on the front foot. I don't really like to take a back step. I only like to take a back step if I'm circling the cage or to set someone up for something. But ultimately, I'm a pressure fighter. I have really good jiu-jitsu, really good pressure on the ground. So I have good control, good submissions, good. I just feel like I'm dangerous everywhere. You know what I mean? I feel like I can really bring excitement to the table when I'm fighting. And I think, like, for someone who's tuning in to see me for the first time, they can expect a good fight, and they can expect me not to circle around the cage, be shy, be tentative, be anything like that. I'm coming in to get stuck in and to put lads away. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put fist to face and try to put lads away. If I knock them out, I knock them out. If I hurt them so much that they want to grapple, then I'll choke them out. You know what I mean? Or TKO them on the ground. So either way, I'm coming forward to put these guys away. So I'd say that I'm just a ruthless fight finisher, and that's the way I describe myself.
One other question I'm curious to ask as well, as you are a fighter from Ireland, and one of the things that's most interesting in a post, I guess we'll say Conor world of MMA, is just the Irish MMA scene has been bustling since he came on. I'm curious to know, is it hard as an Irish fighter to kind of stick out from the crowd, just because so many people in Ireland now are going into MMA and fight and trying to get into the world professionally?
I wouldn't say it's too hard, as long as you're doing the right things, beating the people in the right way. You'll find your own way to stand out. You know what I mean? I'm really starting to immerse from this Irish crowd now in the last while. So I feel like if you're doing the right things, putting people away, being exciting, have the social media presence, doing everything that comes with it, you can stand out. It's just up to you as a fighter to do it. You know what I mean? I'm doing my best to stand out. Like all the lads who are in Ireland are kind of on Bellator or Cage Warriors. I'm kind of one of the first ones, bar maybe 2 others from the club and other clubs around London who are fighting for PFL. So I'm trying to go my own way and to plot my own route now. And to gain a lot more attention on myself. So I'd say it's hard enough, but put the work in and commit yourself to it, and lo and behold, surely you'll get there. You know what I mean?
And so just curious to know as well, when you're not training, getting ready for a fight, what does Nate Kelly like to do? What speed do you like to do on your off time?
If I can go on holidays, it's nice to go on a holiday. I don't really go on too many holidays though, but when I'm not training for a fight, I'm just training all the time. Really, I don't do camps per se. I'll fight Saturday now. I'll fight Friday. I'll probably be in the gym next week. You know what I mean? I don't know how soon I'll be in the gym, but I'm sure I'll be in the gym doing something. You know what I mean? Just keeping myself immersed in the lifestyle. It's my job, so I don't really like taking too many days off after fights, because you can fall out of the routine very quickly. But other than that, I'd just say, like, I like to walk my dogs. I like to go on walks with my dogs, visit some family, spend time with my family, play a bit of PlayStation, bit of Call of Duty or FIFA or something like that. You know what I mean? Just to get away from it for a while, or go on a drive somewhere. You know what I mean? Literally, I'm the simplest man ever. Just simple things I like to do, and just to kill a bit of time. But other than that, I sound proper like stereotypical as well, but I just love to train, man. When I'm not training, I think I go a bit wonky in the head. You know what I mean? I think I just need to train to not go a bit schizophrenic. You know what I mean? I think I'm just I have a screw loose when I don't train. You know what I mean? And when I train, it keeps the screw tight. So for me personally, it's best for me to be still in the gym no matter what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
I'm honestly surprised you didn't say that when you're on your off time that you like to go out to the pub drinking a pint with your mates or something like that, because it's usually what all the Irish fighters say I talk to.
Yeah, I do. I do, man. Sorry, I'll cut across you. I do like to go for an hour drink with my friends every now and then. But like, after a fight, I might have a weekend or two in the month where I go out and drink with my mates. But I feel like it sets me back too much, so I try to keep it at bay as much as I can, because I don't like to fall out too much of my routine, like I said. But I'll definitely have a little catch up with my mates after the fights. 100%. I think it's old, and I barely ever see my friends, so it's nice to catch up with them every now and then and have a few drinks and not take life too serious. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And one of the last questions I have for you is, so you've had a long a tough road, I'll say, to get to this point at PFL. You fought on Bellator. Like I said, you started off with 2 losses, but you managed to go on a 6-fight winning streak, finishing all but one of your fights. You're here now, potential to be on the PFL main series. What advice do you have for people who are getting into this sport, who are just, it's a tough sport mentally, physically? What advice do you have for somebody to tell, to like, yeah, just whatever, what advice do you have for them to get into the sport or continue in this sport?
I just say, if you're gonna do it all the way. It's kind of it's a hard sport to half-ass. You know what I mean? You need to be fully immersed in the sport and dedicate your life to it. So I feel if you have dreams to be ambitious and to get to the top, just commit to it. Don't hold yourself back. Don't put the sport first over everything. It's not easy for people to make sacrifices and to cut off people, cut off relationships, cut off habits, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? Just to dedicate themselves to the sport. But I can guarantee you, when you do that, you will see progression, you will feel confident, and you will get to the top.
Mm-hmm. And you have any last comment or statement that you like to make about or say to your opponent in case Zachary Hicks ever sees this video?
Be ready, Zach Hicks, because I'm coming to knock you out, man. And that's straight up. I'm coming to put you away. And I feel like this guy will be lucky to get a decision out of me. I think that's his best case scenario, is to try grind me out for a decision. Whereas I'll be disgusted if I don't finish him. So I'm coming to finish him. I'm coming to put him away. So be ready, Zach Hicks. I'm coming to put you away.
Gotcha. And any social media or anything else, anybody or any sponsors you got to plug?
I have a sponsor, yeah. It's RMC Foods in Dublin. They're a food catering company who supply me with fit meals every week to keep me in shape, keep me lean. I'd like to say thanks to my teammates, SBG, Cayuso, my strength conditioning coach, Jay, at Abs Powerlifting. Stephen O'Rourke at O'Rourke's Boxing Club. Doing a lot of work with him for this fight as well, and really come on leaps and bounds. So thanks to everyone who's been a part of it, and we'll get the win on Friday now and show it was all worthwhile.
Yes, and you can see Nate Kelly. Do you prefer Nate or Nathan?
Everyone calls me Nate. Yeah, you can call me Nate or Nate. It's preference really, but I think everyone says Nate because it's shorter. You know what I mean? It's handier to say.
Okay. Yeah, you can see Nate Kelly take on Zachary Hicks at the PFL Challenger Series this Friday. It'll be available on fuboTV, I believe, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not entirely sure about the time, but check your local listings, all that good stuff. And yay, Nate, man, thank you so much for talking. Looking forward to what you're going to bring to PFL. And listen,